It's YR. Let's go. YR. Let's go. YR. Let's go. YR. Ay. YR. Let's go. YR. Let's go. YR. Let's go. YR. Ay.
Hey yo, what's good, fellas? It's YRB. We got another basketball video. You see the title, you know what we talking about. We talking about the upcoming NBA playoffs game and who I think could take it all. We got the playoff picture over here, man, and you see everything. By the way, this is done from the day of April 3rd, so this part could change a little bit. I think most of these dudes are set in stone, and we're getting to the point where everybody about to be set in stone, but I think they could change around just a little bit. Looking at the records and stuff, man, maybe it's a few people in the West can change around. I think the Lakers have third. Let me go check. Yeah, the Thunders and the Spurs pretty much got their spots. I think the Spurs can maybe move up to 1, but it's gonna take a lot, dog. It's gonna take like the Thunders losing a lot, in which they didn't lose last night. They beat the Lakers in the blowout. Yeah, they dropped us off, man. But the Spurs also did win last night. They're on an 11-game win streak right now. They trying their best to take that #1 seed away. But thanks to Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets, them boys snapped the Spurs streak recently in overtime. It was a very good game, but you know, hey, Jokic one of the best players in the world. What can you expect? But the Timberwolves could still fall into the play-in. That the Suns got to go on a winning streak and the Timberwolves have to go on a losing streak. And no matter how bad the Warriors are, they're not falling out the play-in. The boys better hope they get Steph Curry back before then. Fun fact, they actually did get Steph Curry back. On April 5th, this man dropped 29 points on the Rockets. They didn't get the W, but they got the heart of the team back, so it's looking up for the Warriors at least. And the play-in is pretty much set in the East. Well, I wouldn't say set. The Hawks can still fall in. The Sixers can still fall in. But if the Hornets can get out, oh my good, I hope they can. I really hope they can. Them boys are balling. They're balling. But I would be so happy for them, man. But we're gonna do my too early prediction on how I think this whole playoffs is gonna play out, man. From play-in to the end. Will I be wrong? Maybe. We gonna see. All right, now let's start over at the West, man. So from today, if this is how it is, I probably should do this video when everything is set in stone. But you know what, man? It'll be okay. So the Clippers and the Warriors, man, I had to check. It all depends when Steph Curry get back, if Porzingis is playing. The Warriors, they have so many people hurt. They barely had anybody on the bench one game, dog. Like, barely. I was watching the Spurs versus Warriors. It was basically a G League team out there, man. But the Clippers are pretty good, man. So if I had to choose who would win between the Warriors and the Clippers, I'm taking the Clippers. Unfortunately, as much as I hate to do that. The boys are ballers. Kawhi, he's playing very, very good right now. I don't think the Warriors got what it takes. So the Clippers would be moving right here in between the Suns and the Trailblazers. I got the Suns beating the Trailblazers, which they will move right here into that 8th seed. So it'll be the Thunder versus the Suns, and then right here it'll be the Clippers versus the Trailblazers, where I got the Clippers beating the Trailblazers and moving on to go against the San Antonio Spurs. So now we got Thunder, Suns, Spurs, and Clippers. And right here, Magic, Heat, Raptors, and Hornets. Finally, we got a different play-in for the East. And I got them Hornets winning against the Raptors, man. Them boys are on fire. I know they can pull it out. And now we're gonna get the Celtics versus the Hornets. I will be watching that series. I think they had a game like a few nights ago. Great game. Amazing game, dog. Them boys over there are balling. They're balling. Which means the Raptors will be moving into the loser bracket in between the Magic and the Heats. I got the Heats winning, man. Eric Spoelstra is gonna find a way to pull it out against the Magic. So it will be the Heats right here, and now we got Heat versus Raptors, and I think the Raptors can pull it out. So now we got Pistons versus Raptors. They're gonna beat the Heat, and we got Celtics versus Hornets. And now we finally into the playoff, the real playoffs. So we're gonna go for the West again first, and I said the Thunder versus Suns are gonna be right here, and honestly, I got the Thunders winning. Not much you can say about that. Hottest team in the NBA. The Suns, can't do much to them. Unfortunately, that's how it's gonna go. Spurs versus Clippers. Literally, the Spurs versus the Clippers happened yesterday for the day of this recording. Without Wembanyama, them boys won. With Wembanyama, the boys came back from a 25-point lead and still won. So I got Spurs taking these boys. Actually, I probably should do how many games. I got the Thunder sweeping the Suns. And right here, I got the Spurs winning in 6 games. 4, so basically 4-2. Spurs win 4 and the Clippers win 2. So yeah, the Spurs gonna move on, and now we're gonna do these. Nuggets versus Rockets. I got Nuggets. I got Nuggets advancing on in 5 games. They're gonna give the Rockets 1. I got them advancing on in 5 games. And Lakers versus Timberwolves, man. I can't let my bias. Yeah, look, I swear. I'm not being biased towards my own team. I'm not. The Lakers are winning this one. Luka. Wait, he had a hamstring. forgot my boy had a hamstring injury, and Austin Reeves is going through an injury. All right, look. Depend on the severity of Luka's injury and how long he is out. Hopefully, like, hold up. Yeah, I'm gonna stop myself right there. Luka and Austin Reeves are officially missing the first round, and Luka's going to Europe to get treatment. So, hey. I'm looking at it, man. Like, it's a hamstring injury, and it's a mild hamstring injury is 1 to 2 weeks, and that's what we want right there. That's exactly what we want, 1 to 2 weeks. I can take the moderate several weeks, and then severe weeks to months. Now, we don't want the severe. Timberwolves are a very dangerous team, and they definitely can beat us. They can beat us. We all know this. Unless LeBron brings out his old superhuman self, I don't see it happening, man. I think if we don't got Luka, and worst comes to worst, I think Timberwolves take it, and now we got Timberwolves versus Spurs in the second round, and now we got Thunders versus Nuggets in the second round. But we get best case scenario, give me Lakers. But officially, I'm going Timberwolves. Be realistic. All right, over here, we got Pistons versus the Raptors. Even with no Cade Cunningham, I got the Pistons coming out of this one. They still rolling even without Cade Cunningham. They're definitely going to beat the Raptors. Move on to that second round. Not much you can say about that. Celtics, they're going to beat the Hornets, but I think the Hornets are going to put up a fight. Oh yeah, let me do how many games. Yeah, I did the Pistons hold them down. 5. So Raptors get 1. And Celtics, I think I got Celtics also. That game was really close, man. I think the Celtics and the Hornets can go down to a game 6. I think the Hornets can pull out 2 wins on them boys, man. Actually, don't be shocked if it goes to a game 7. I'm getting ahead of myself, man. But yeah, I got Celtics coming out of this one, beating the Hornets, but I do want to see some good playoff basketball from the Hornets. Moving up to the Cavaliers and the Hawks. Is it crazy that I probably will take the Hawks out of this? And yeah, most of y'all are probably like losing y'all minds right now. Like, I think the Hawks can pull this off. I got the Hawks coming out of this one, man. This goes down to a game 7, definitely. This is a game 7 right here. But your Hawks moving on, and now you got Hawks versus Pistons. And then we're going to move to the Knicks and the 76ers, where the Knicks take this one. I think this also goes down to the wire to another game 7. But I got the Knicks coming out of that one. So now we got Knicks versus Celtics, and we got Hawks versus Pistons. So now we're in the second round for both of them. We're going to move back to the West. On to the second round, and Thunder versus Nuggets. I ain't going to think too much about it. I got the Thunders moving on again. Going with, hey, I got the Nuggets picking up 2 at least. Yeah, I got the Nuggets picking up 2 for them. Even though the Nuggets are down on the Thunder 0-3, one game went to overtime. The other one was really close. They definitely can pull out 2 wins. Don't be shocked if it goes to 7, but I got 6. The Thunders are unstoppable, man. They really are. So they move on to the Western Conference Finals. Now we got Spurs versus Timberwolves, which I got the Spurs winning. Again, another unstoppable team. It's going to be a battle of the 60-win teams, and the Spurs and the Thunders is going to be good for the ratings in the NBA. Now that's a showdown right there, dog. This Timberwolves team has more playoff experience than the Spurs, but I think the Spurs can definitely pull it off. Wembanyama, he's psychotic. He's gonna figure it out. So yeah, I got Thunder versus Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, and then we're gonna move to the East. And I got the Spurs beating them, and I got 4-1 Spurs. I got 4-1. Now Knicks versus Celtics. Now this is where y'all may think I be going off the rails. Yeah, y'all may be think I'm going off the rails when I say this. I think the Knicks can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think Mike Brown can pull something out with the Knicks, beat them Celtics, and then push the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals, where the Pistons will be going against the Hawks. And I think the Pistons can beat the Hawks. Jalen Duren and the Pistons are going to pull it off. I don't know if Cade Cunningham will be back by then. I kind of doubt it. I don't know how long a collapsed lung will keep you out. First time like hearing something about this in the middle, so I don't really have like a scope on that. But I think they can definitely handle the Hawks, and it's gonna be Pistons versus Knicks, Spurs versus Thunders, where I got the Knicks beating the Pistons. Now they had Cade Cunningham. I would have the Pistons beating the Knicks, moving on to the finals. I got Knicks Pistons in a game, man. I ain't got a sweep. I ain't gonna say a sweep. It's definitely a sweep. I say game 6. 4 Knicks and 2 Pistons. Knicks move on to the finals. Yeah. New York Knicks in the finals. I may be going crazy right there. But the thing is, the East, crazy stuff be happening, man. I think the Knicks will do. So Knicks in the finals, and which means over here, Thunder versus Spurs. I got the Spurs winning that. I got Spurs winning that. Spurs going to the finals. Spurs versus Knicks. Y'all probably over here talking about, hey, you letting that regular season stuff get to you just because they beat them 4-1 in the regular season don't mean it's happening this time. I think those Spurs pulling it out. I think they got their number. It's a psychological game, y'all. The Spurs are going into this knowing, hey man, they already hyped up because, well, in this scenario, they're already hyped up. We made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals, and we beat these dudes. We know we beat these dudes. We already hyped up. The cliche thing was say, hey, this goes down to a game 7. I don't think this is going down to a game 7. I feel like that's too cliche, man. But it makes sense. Both of these teams are some juggernauts. Why wouldn't it go down to a game 7? The chess match would go crazy. I don't want to be too crazy and say that Spurs. I don't know. I don't think Spurs can 4-1 these boys. I gotta say game 6 Spurs. Game 6 Spurs though. I don't think Spurs 4-1 these boys. And I think it's too cliche to say it goes to a game 7. That would just be too right. There's no way it happened. They ain't sweeping them. They ain't 4-1ing them, and they definitely ain't going to a game 7. So I'm going with the game 6 Spurs, and we got Spurs versus Knicks. And pretty much this is the replay of the end season tournament. So basically I'm saying that Knicks, Spurs, like the end season tournament, happens again where the Knicks beat the Spurs in the end season tournament. But this time I got the Spurs winning it. So basically I'm saying I got the Spurs winning the NBA championship, y'all, against the New York Knicks, dog. This whole video is crazy. Whole video is me saying crazy stuff. Part of me wants to wait till this whole thing is just sit, but it's okay. It's okay. Nothing wrong with a pre-prediction. I'll probably do another video of me doing the right one. But yeah, I got the Spurs going over the Knicks and then going to a game 7. You know what? I got Spurs going over the Knicks 4-1. I say it, 4-1. It's happening. Spurs, Knicks, 4-1. Wemby already mad because y'all beat me in the end season tournament, and I'll be damned if I let you beat me in the NBA Finals. It ain't happening. But hey, y'all, this is just predictions of me trying to do something crazy. So we gonna see, man. If the brackets change up, I definitely would do another video. I want to get a set bracket for myself so y'all can see that and see how wrong or right I am. And if y'all want to hear my thoughts on who I think is gonna win the NBA MVP this year, we also have a video on that. Click it right here, it'll take you straight to it. But let me know in the comment section who y'all think is gonna win the NBA championship, dog. Make sure y'all boys like, subscribe. I'm YRB, and I'm out.